Landman star Billy Bob Thornton was recently on Howie Mandel's podcast, and he shared his thoughts on politically active celebrities. Take a look.
I'm not really big on, like, at award shows, all of a sudden start talking about saving the Badgers and stuff. It's like, you'll get your, like Ricky Gervais said, just like, get your little award and off, you know?
Right.
I don't know anything about politics. I have no idea. I mean, and the stuff that I believe about it, I don't want to force it down somebody else's throat, because I'm not an expert on that.
Billy Bob is absolutely right. I mean, personally, I'm sick and tired of these woke celebrities getting on stage, acting like they suddenly became political scholars overnight. Seriously. If you're accepting an award for acting in movies, why are you lecturing everyday Americans on policies you barely understand yourself? All these people do is force their opinions down our throats. Enough already. Just accept your damn award and get off the stage. Jeez. Here are the ladies of The View, absolutely outraged over Billy Bob telling liberal celebrities to shut up already. Take a look.
All right. Yeah. Well, imagine bragging about how uninformed you are.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think he's saying more, it's like, I'm not an expert, so my opinion...
No, I don't know anything about politics. You're an American citizen. Don't you watch the news?
I would say
Don't you read the paper?
I do think the civic participation, our vote is a privilege that so many have died for and fought for, that to be participating in our political structure, you need to inform yourself enough to vote. I don't think that every celebrity needs to scream from the mountaintop what their thoughts are, because I'd much rather see them march door to door and recruit people voting in your local government, helping people.
No, but they have an influence. I mean, Springsteen right now and Robert De Niro have big audiences.
No, they have.
And so does, wait a minute, so does John Voight and Kid Rock, okay?
No, they have audience.
All of them have the right to speak out.
They do, right? They have the right to
use your platform.
See, and the only people applauding them, though, are people that agree with them.
I actually do think you have an obligation. I think we are at a crisis point in this country. I think democracy is participatory. I think when you have a platform, that means you have an outsized voice. And when you have a platform, I think that you have a responsibility to speak up about what's going on in this country. In my view, silence is complicity.
And every minute,
we need every single ally to speak out.
Responsibly? Serious? So getting an award and bashing Trump is suddenly a civic responsibility. What a freaking joke. Seriously, since when did being famous automatically mean you're morally obligated to preach politics to millions of people? Exactly when? And who decided that silence equals complicity unless you're saying the approved thing, huh? Because let's be honest here, if celebrities came out defending Trump, would these dimwits still call that responsible? No, they wouldn't. I can guarantee you they would be saying celebrities need to stay out of politics and shut the heck up. This isn't civic duty, ladies and gentlemen. It's more like political peer pressure dressed up as virtue.
We're closer to an autocracy in this country. We're about to lose it. I think that people don't seem to understand what's going on.
But if I may say, okay, A, Billy Bob Thornton's one of my favorite actors. I'm never going to say a bad word about him, starting with that. But B, a lot of this table criticized George Clooney when he wrote his Biden op. That is a celebrity using his voice, saying what he believes.
Fine.
It can't just be when they agree with your position.
He can say it and I can criticize it.
Here's
That's called free speech.
I think that oftentimes we give too much weight to what celebrities say when they wade into things. I care way more about, honestly, I call it slacktivism. If you get on social media, you do your post and you're like, I did my part because I have 1 million followers. No, go door to door, get involved in your community, get deeper on the issues. But I don't think we should bully people into saying you have to speak out.
It's a litmus test of the mobs. Right now, people speak up, and half the world wants to hate them. Yeah. So when you're looking at entertainers and people that are looking to unify people, if they feel so called, like Kerry Washington does, to be civic and loud, good for her. But if you don't feel that, I'm tired of people saying, no, now's the time. What do? Get on Instagram and just say, I hate Trump.
And now is not the time. I don't know when is.
But what they say matters. Yeah.
if now is not the time. What a freaking joke. Sonny Holston is nothing more than a damn rage baiter. I swear, because if this lady had it her way, she would have every celebrity in America lining up to bash Trump. I mean, their TDS is so out of control, they can't even contain it anymore. You can practically see it pouring out of their pores at this point. I mean, come on already. Why is it always use your platform when the message is anti-Trump? We're tired of it. I mean, the man is our president. All of our presidents. Shouldn't we want him to succeed? But not for these dimwits. This is the kind of rhetoric they stand behind.
Especially if you're one of those celebrities that made that video about Trump.
I wish you-know-who would leave this city. I don't care where he goes. I just never thought he'd go to Washington. He's a bad example of this country. This city.
Right. You can't turn course now. Those people, that's out there forever.
Are you going to lay down? The one thing that they don't realize is that New Yorkers never lay down. You say whatever you want to about this city. Are you going to fight? Are we going to have 100 days of resistance? Fantastic.
Remember those?
He's going to be a factor for a while. It's so funny because, you know, he was just this knucklehead. I knew him before he was, a president. He was just a guy who was chasing girls. You know, every time you went out, he'd come over and be like, what's the name of that girl? You know, that's all he was. And the idea that there's this whole group of people that, you know, that they think he's the champion of, which he certainly can't stand in real life. But, you know, he's gonna play this out for a while, and we'll see where we go with it as a country. My hope is we have a little better sense than to do that again. My hope.
Hatred of immigrants, contempt for the truth, greed, and the abuse of power. We are fighting those same evils today. And we need to be clear, shamelessness is not and will never be a superpower. It is the mark of a villain. Kidnapping children is not what great nations do. Almost half of America at this moment believes there is a sinister deep state diabolically plotting to what? Give them health care? We in America are misinformed. Reality shows have warped our idea of what a hero is, or what the truth is. So tonight, I'd like to dedicate this award to those who remind us of our virtues, who remind us of the truth.
How disgusting to talk about our president in this manner. And here's what really gets me. These are the same people in Hollywood who constantly preach about respect, unity, and protecting democracy. Yet, the second it comes to Trump, all of that, and I mean all of it, goes straight out of the window. So let me ask the obvious question here. Where is that same energy when it comes to showing basic respect for the office? Because whether you voted for the man or not, he is still the president of the United States. You don't have to agree with every policy, but nonstop insults, fear-mongering, and the outrage is absolutely out of this world. At some point, doesn't this constant hostility just make the divide in this country even worse? Billy Bob is absolutely right. We're sick and tired of hearing these people constantly bash our president like it's some kind of full-time job. When did every award show, late night interview, and celebrity podcast suddenly turn into a let's bash Trump rally? Because people tune in to be entertained, not lectured by millionaires who live in a completely different reality than everyday Americans. I mean, you don't have to agree with Trump on every single issue, but the non-stop outrage, the constant doom and gloom rhetoric, and the obsession with attacking the man every chance they get is absolutely disgusting. The ladies on The View should be ashamed of themselves for helping keep this rhetoric alive. The same rhetoric that keeps dividing people over and over and getting people hurt. All they do is constantly frame everything as us versus them. How would that ever actually bring our country together? It wouldn't. It would just keep us more divided. I mean, it feels like every single day the temperature gets turned up higher and higher with these people and their rhetoric. The outrage gets louder and regular Americans are left dealing with the fallout. You can disagree politically without acting like half the country is the enemy already. At some point, shouldn't the focus be on lowering the tension instead of feeding the same damn argument? I mean, the man is doing his job, and all these ladies do is trash him every chance they get. Enough already. Just get to the nearest doctor and get the TDS taken care of, ladies. Sheesh.